Hi, Scorpio. This is for your reading for January 20th to 26th. And I had to stop and start again because it was very emotional and I felt myself getting overwhelmed by it. The first thing that I see, my lovely Scorpios, is you standing, looking out over a field towards a forest. And there's sky and a horizon over there, but there's a forest there. And it's kind of dark. It's not really sunny. And you're whistling, but you have no energy to really propel the whistle against all of this force around you. It's just literally whistling into the wind. It's dispersing. And that's your energy right now, or that has been your energy. What's happening is between you and this forest, this green, is a collection of all these different papers and stuff that I associate with worldly activity that must be done. And it's like there's no place for you to walk. You don't know where the path is because you've got all this stuff in the way. What I heard when I started pulling the cards was "Sweet Child of Mine." That's what got me emotional, because it was just as I pulled the Take God With You card. And what I got immediately after that was a beautiful silver bell that was over here, and it was being rung for you. You're being called. You don't need to whistle anymore. You don't need to create sound. A bell is ringing for you, and the bell is calling you where you need to go. And it's a beautiful silver bell, and it is suspended in the air. And what I'm getting with that silver bell is that it's up to you to hear the bell. It's up to you to acknowledge that the bell is ringing, and it is ringing for you, and it is ringing to guide you out of whatever has been holding you back from treating yourself with love. Because then I see you, and this again gets me very emotional. It's like I see you finally as a little child walking hand in hand with this beautiful divine presence that I can't even describe. And you're talking and you're walking along and you're going, and then, and did you know? And this loving divine presence, and I will dare say angel, is just listening to you and smiling at you and just loving you in your innocence and in your delight of sharing whatever thoughts you have. What I'm getting here is that there has been real struggle and real fatigue, and that a lot of it has come from old stuff and old training that you've had, probably old disappointments. It feels like old disappointments in terms of not being seen, not being valued, not being appreciated, and that therefore there's been this sense of struggle to achieve and to do, and that it can lead to overwhelm, that sense of needing to do, needing to achieve things, but that it's been done with a sense of service. You've had this sense of service, but what you're being asked to remember is that service does not have to mean struggle. And service does not mean constantly putting others before you. Service does not mean being so weighed down that you're losing your potency. When I say your potency, it's, that whistle that you were trying to breathe, that you're trying to whistle out. It's literally like you didn't have the energy to make a sound that was for you, because that's from your heart, right? We're talking whistling, we're talking sound, we're talking frequency, we're talking air, and air is heart. And coming out through your throat, that's living your divine purpose, living your spiritual purpose, living your authentic self, whatever that is. And that living your authentic self is living your spiritual purpose. That's what your spiritual purpose is. It's not always doing this stuff that is struggling for other people or other things. What you are so being told is you are an innocent child. You have always been an innocent child. and treat yourself the way you would want to treat a lovely, innocent child, with all the tenderness and the care. And at one point I just saw, like, can you just hug yourself? I know that sounds so corny, but I just feel like, oh my God, this beautiful angelic being that is walking with you in this reading is just wanting you to really stop and love yourself. And instead of focusing down on all of this stuff that is blocking your path, look up, literally look up at the light that is shining on the leaves of the trees. Listen for the bell and listen. I feel that this is not like listening to a bell. It is symbolic, but also I believe, for me, that is raising your vibration, letting your vibration raise up, and not letting all of this stuff down here that you have done or that you feel needs to be done take you away from being in that higher frequency. Because that higher frequency, trusting in that energy, that love, that beautiful angelic being that is there with you, that really literally is holding your hand, that wants to take you on a path. And at one point, I saw all of this just clearing, but then it was like, no, it doesn't have to clear. This angelic being is literally walking you through it, over it. It's irrelevant. I did not know this was going to happen, this angelic being thing. It's really powerful. And this is the first time I can honestly say this has ever happened in one of these readings, where I have felt that strong a guidance coming through and that deeply loving a guidance come through. So I'm leaving you with this, Scorpio. You are really being shown that there is so much love. And I mean, who needs cards to tell you this when this is coming through this strongly? Please be kind to yourself. Be aware of what is good about you and let yourself really honor that and live in that. Remind yourself what you value, not what other people value. It doesn't have to be big. It can be the shape of your eyebrows. It can be the fact that you like the sound of your laugh. Focus on those things that are good and not the things that you feel you need to change. Please set the boundaries within your own mind that prevent you from doing that. Set the boundaries so that you can continue to remember the silver bell, the loving divine angelic presence with you, to focus on what you like, to take a chance that success, act as though everything you do might be the best possible choice. Commit to it, engage in life, willing to take the chances that will move you forward to whatever success you desire, or even the fulfillment of ones that you've not identified yet. That came up recently for someone else, but that is here in the middle of your reading, okay? Service is not only to other people. We can only serve. Oh, thank you. Please keep in mind, whatever you think you need to be doing, once you start honoring your own heart and honoring yourself, honoring your connection to the divine and the fact that the divine is with you and wants you to be in a state of self-love and self-appreciation, does not mean you will not continue to help people or serve in some way, but you will be doing it in a way where it is good for you. Okay? This is beautiful. And I'm suddenly remembering a reading I did for someone recently, and there were some of the same cards, and if I'm not mistaken, they were Scorpio. So I feel this is very, very important for some of you. I leave you with that, and with this beautiful divine angelic presence there for you, not just while you're listening to this, but always. Good night, Scorpio. Take care.